Hey everyone, I'm Vaibhav Khandelwal and I welcome you all to yet another exciting video from Simplilearn. In this session, we will be discussing async and await in C Sharp. However, before we begin this session, make sure that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and clicked on the bell icon below so you never miss an update from Simplilearn. Now, let's look at the agenda for today's topic. We shall begin our session with an introduction to asynchronous programming. Then, we will discuss the need for asynchronous programming. After that, we will look into async and await keyword. Then, we will look at the demo of async and await. Finally, we will conclude this session with differences between asynchronous and synchronous programming. So without any further ado, let's get started with what is asynchronous programming. The application can work on other tasks while waiting for the task to be completed using asynchronous programming. Asynchronous programming is very popular in C Sharp thanks to the async and await keyword. When dealing with the UI, we use a long-running method like reading a large file or something similar. If any synchronous process is blocked, the entire application will be blocked and our application will stop responding until the task is completed. And if there is no await operator in the async method, then the method will execute synchronously. Now, let's discuss the need for asynchronous programming. In synchronous programming, compilers run one statement and wait for it to complete and then move to the next one. Whereas in asynchronous programming, compilers run one statement and while it gets completed, we will also work on the next one. Now, we will discuss async and await keywords. First up, async keyword. Asynchronous methods are created by using async modifier on a method. An async method runs synchronously until it reaches its first await operator, at which point it suspends. An async method runs synchronously until it reaches its first await operator, at which point it suspends. Next up, await. While the asynchronous operation is running, the await operator suspends the async method. When the asynchronous operation completes, the await operator returns the result. And if there is no await operator in the async method, then the method will be executed synchronously. Next, let's try it in the code editor. Let's start by creating a class. Class program. We will create a main function which will be static void main string args. Then we will declare method 1 and method 2. These will be the two methods which we will be calling simultaneously. Then console dot read key. Now let's create a async task method 1. So public static async task and method 1. Then we will call the await keyword with task dot run, and we will include another small bracket and go out of it and equals to with greater than. In this, we will declare a for loop int I equals to 0, and we will run it 100 times until I++. Then we will print console dot write line method 1 is running. Now we will add a delay for this task. So it will queue up different tasks. We will give it 100 milliseconds of task delay. So it will be finished in 100 milliseconds and dot wait. We will close this with the semicolon. Now let's write a public method 2. Repeat. Now let's write definition for method 2. It will be a simple function definition. So public static void method 2, a for loop int I is equals to 0, I less than 25, I plus plus, console dot write line, and we will print method 2 is running. And we will give it the task delay of 100 dot wait. Here the code will start with the method 1. When it will come to await task, then it will run this for loop and print method 1 is running. And then it will trigger this delay operation. When this delay operation will be triggered, it will stop for 100 milliseconds. While that time, the method 2 will be executed because of the async property. Now, while this method 2 is working, when it will hit the await method, it will again come back to the method 1. Now, this method 2 is only running 25 times. So, after a point, the method 2 will stop running and then the method 1 will work as normally. Let's try and run this. Let's save first. As you can see, these methods are starting working. You can see that method 2 is running not that simultaneously as method 1 is running. That's because the method 2 is low in number. Now let's get back to our slides. We have now discussed asynchronous programming, async and await keywords in detail. Now let's look at the differences between asynchronous and synchronous programming. First up, using asynchronous programming, the application can work on other tasks without waiting for the task to be completed. Whereas the synchronous programming allows us to run one task at a time. Also, the async modifier is used on a method to create an asynchronous method. Finally, while the asynchronous operation is running, the await operator suspends the async method evaluation. And this was all for today's session. Hope you guys found it informative and helpful. If you like this session, then like, share and subscribe. If you have any question, then you can drop them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.